Fucking paying $60 a month for slow-ass internet. There's going to be no Poncho's food review because I got impatient. No, I'm serious. I'm trying to upload a video, and then I try to go to Facebook so I can do a live video. And the fact that it's not letting me go on Facebook while I was uploading a video, I pretty much said, fuck that noise, and decided not to upload it. Hello, Will. I can't do YouTube Live and Facebook Live at the same time. It'd be nice if I could, but my fucking internet's just not going to have it. Anyways, I'm not going to say which friend it was, but last night, I basically tried talking my friend out of suicide last night. And I'm not going to say which person it is because that would be inappropriate to just blast their issues like that on Facebook. But, I sat and visited with my friend for a bit, and my friend of mine was feeling pretty depressed, and hopefully I talked him out of suicide. No, it wasn't Scotty. It doesn't really matter which friend it was. The important thing is hopefully they're not going to do it. No, a friend of mine's going through the same shit I'm going through. Fucking troubles with women and trying to get a relationship, and fuck what I said in my last live video. I'm not going to lower my standards just to get some pussy. Fuck that. Because then I got these ugly chicks who want a relationship because they think they're getting one, and it's like, I hate to tell you this, but I'm just using it for pussy. I really don't want a relationship with you because you're just not attractive enough in my eyes. And that just sounds shallow as fuck. So, why do it? I know a lot of men get desperate for pussy, so they'll fuck chicks they normally wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of dudes will get desperate for pussy, and they'll fuck chicks that they're normally not into, And it's just like, well, if that's how you feel, but, how's it going to feel to the chick in question when, you go to have sex with her and she thinks she's getting a relationship out of the deal. You're fucking some chick that you're not into just to get some pussy, you know what I'm saying? Because you're fucking desperate. And it's like, dude, come on, man. If she's not your type, then why the fuck you fucking her? Seriously. Because she comes out of the deal thinking she might get a relationship out of the deal. And then she comes to find out that she's just being used for pussy. I guarantee you that'll hurt so bad. She'll be like, what the hell, So, I don't give a fuck how desperate you are for pussy. Man, if you hadn't had pussy in a long-ass time, tough shit. That's life. Got me a fresh bowl of cherry pipe tobacco. Don't be afraid to have standards, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that person is not what you're looking for in a relationship, then don't be afraid to admit it, I know society puts a lot of pressure on young people especially to have sex and be in relationships. I know society does that. Society makes you feel like shit if you don't have anybody. And it's the honest truth. You know, our society is sexually repressed. Anything sexual is considered taboo. Yet 95% of our advertising has sex in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And on top of that, society makes you feel like shit if you don't have a girlfriend or a significant other or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, society puts a lot of pressure on younger people to have lots and lots of sex. And it's like, well, hello, Mr. Crow. I hear you out the window. How are you this fine afternoon? That's good to hear. That's good to hear, Mr. Crow. That's good to hear. There's a crow cawing in the distance. I'm just like, ooh, one of my spirit animals. Fuck a duck, it's clogged. Also wanted to make a video about what happened the other day, or yesterday, I should say. But yesterday, when I went to make a live Facebook video, it cut off. It cut off on me. Apparently, there's like a limit to how much you can film per live video. So, you know. I gotta go to work later on, but I got plenty of time to sit here for a minute, you know, make a quick little live Facebook video or two. All right. I need some tobacco to start my day, and I'm out of cigarettes, but I got pipe tobacco at least. You know, if I get treated like shit because I have standards, it's like, well, it's kind of hypocritical from the other person's perspective, you know. Quite often, women will complain. They'll say things like, I'm sick and tired of men just noticing us for our tits. And sometimes it's not even like that. Sometimes men just prefer a certain breast size, you know. It's all about that standards thing, you know what I'm saying? And some guys just happen to like bigger boobs. That's, you know, nothing wrong with that. But the argument I'm going to make, look at these arms. Look at these arms. The argument I'm going to make is that you never hear guys say stupid shit like, I'm sick and tired of women just noticing me for my biceps. I'm more than that, damn it. I'm a person. Now, you never hear guys say shit like that. You know what I'm saying, Facebook? Like, come on. Now, there's a reason why guys get big muscles, so they can attract the opposite sex. And trust and believe, I'm willing to bet you that 80 to 95% of women who complain about men and they say shit like I mentioned earlier, I'm willing to bet you that 80 to 95% of those complaints are from women who are jealous because they're not getting the attention they want. So they lash out at other women and guys in general by justifying it by saying it's all about body obsession and how they're sick of it and blah, 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 blah. Part of that could be the reason. Part of that could be the reason. But most of it is just jealousy, you know? Now, when I've been rejected by chicks in the past, it sucks. But my attitude now is just like, your loss. You know, no skin off my shoes. When you have a cult following on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, there's bound to be plenty of chicks out there that would fuck me in a heartbeat. I'm just saying. You know. I must say, I'm definitely friends with a lot of hot chicks on Facebook. Yeah, buddy. I got a couple of hot chicks in my Facebook feed. Got a couple of hot goth chicks in my Facebook feed. That's what's up. Jolly good. Jolly good indeed. Most of them are like nowhere near Casper, though, which kind of sucks. Yeah. Brittany Owen comments, tan women can look like anything and get attention. Yeah. That depends, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some women who over-tan and, dude, if you have natural olive-toned tan skin, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing, I guess. Then yeah, you know. But women who over-tan, it's not attractive. Over-tanning is not attractive. This is something that's been on my mind for a good minute. What if you were an attractive Instagram girl? If you're an attractive young female that posted on Instagram, and one thing you posted, these Instagram girls are making men forget what real women look like. When you post a meme on your Instagram page that says that, and yet you, in fact, are one of those attractive, very attractive Instagram girls. I don't know if they're doing it to be ironic or narcissistic or what, because to me, I'm just like, okay, when I seen that, I was like, wow. I mean, I'm not going to bitch about the person who did it because I'm narcissistic too, you know. To a degree, I'm narcissistic too. So it's like, yeah, I really have no room to talk, but maybe they're doing it to be ironic. I don't know. But when you're an attractive girl who posts photos and stuff on Instagram, and then you complain about attractive Instagram girls making real men forget what real women look like, blah, 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 it just comes off as really narcissistic and kind of ironic. You know what I'm saying? Especially given the fact that the girl I speak of gets complimented all the time. By now, I'm sure the girl I speak of is used to being told she's pretty. Yeah. You know. And, well, Facebook, pretty girls are a dime a dozen. You know. And that very same girl, I actually went to high school with her, believe it or not. And I did kind of have a crush on her back in the day, and I regret it because nobody tells you, hey, dipshit, it's the status quo. Don't crush on girls out of your fucking league. Nobody fucking tells me that. And now every time I get a crush on a girl, I feel bad for it, like automatically, you know. And that particular girl in question would tell anybody who would listen how much she hated me. And it's like, what the fuck did I do? You know, she'd come to school half the time dressing to attract the opposite sex. And as soon as I checked her out, oh, I was a creeper, I was a pervert, I was sexually harassing her, how dare I, you know. Well, wait a fucking minute. You're coming to school wearing a tight-ass shirt that's cleavagey, that naturally hugs your beautiful waistline and shows off your gorgeous boobs. And then to top it all off, you're fucking wearing jeans that hug your beautiful ass, and you're walking around the school like, you know what I'm saying? And fucking, oh, the wrong guy looks, he's a pervert. Fuck you. That would be no different than me walking around with a muscle t-shirt and then getting pissed off when women below my standards check me out, which I don't. You know, if women below my standards check me out, granted, it does kind of gross me out just a little bit, but at least I can say, you know what, fuck it, at least women are checking me out, you know? And I've had women above my standards checking me out recently. And I've had some women in my standards checking me out, you know? So that's a good thing when women are checking you out. It usually means something's bound to happen when I least expect it. Well, the unfortunate thing, Facebook, is that my buddy of mine that hopefully I talked him out of suicide last night. You know, sat and visited with him. You know, made sure he was all right and shit. You know, women have treated my buddy like shit. Like, I thought I had it bad, but this guy, 10 times worse, man, than what I'm going through, you know. And here's the thing of it, Facebook, if you don't find somebody attractive, that's fine, you know. But if that person comes up and asks you out and, you know, that person's being polite about it, how hard is it to let them down gently if they're being polite, you know? Like, seriously, if that person's being nice about asking you out and they don't meet your standards, you know, fucking be nice about it, you know? If they're being nice about it, you can be nice about it too, you know what I'm fucking saying? Like, come on, you know? And you know what's funny, Facebook? The girl I was talking about earlier, unfortunately, she's a very nice girl from what I've heard, but when you have that shitty attitude of only certain guys can look at you, you know, that sort of snobby attitude, that snobby, stuck-up attitude, you know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, and this is the unfortunate reality of it, Facebook, is that girl has had nothing but shitty, loser, asshole boyfriends. And I think to myself, damn, if she was in Casper, you know what I'm saying, I would show her that not every guy's an asshole. You know, I'm the kind of guy that, shit, if that girl was going out with me and I had the money to do it, I'd treat her like a fucking queen and it'd be done. You know what I'm saying? But when you have a shitty attitude, you attract shitty people. That's just the reality of it. And most girls reject me because, I come off as creepy and socially awkward, you know, or they don't approach me because my good looks are intimidating for some women. So it's like, ugh, dude, you really can't win most of the time. But I will say this, though, it's much easier to focus on women who find you attractive versus women who reject you because they're stuck up, Yeah, it makes me laugh, too, because it's like, I bet you that secretly she found me attractive. Because when a woman says she hates you, but you really didn't do anything other than acknowledge that she's attractive, I mean, not that she needed help in high school, acknowledging that she was attractive. She didn't need help with that. No, she gets told that every other fucking day, I bet you. Girls everywhere, oh, I wish I had your hair. Oh, I wish I had your face. Oh, I wish I had your body. And this is the unfortunate reality is super attractive people like that, they become accustomed to being treated like that. They get accustomed to, being told they're beautiful and, by everyone they run into. Fuck. I hate when my fucking pipe gets clogged. It fucking pisses me off. A conventional cigarette is so much easier. Fucking pull it out of the pack, light it, until it's cigarette butt, and then bloop, done. Fucking tobacco pipes clog. God damn it! I fucking hate when my pipe clogs. Oh, dude. Want some fucking nicotine, you bastard. Fucking bastard. There it goes. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, I'm going to work at 4 in the afternoon till close, and I got plenty of time to shower and stuff before I go to work, so, it's only 11:55. I'll comb my hair real quick. There we go. Notice my hair doesn't look nearly as bad after I've combed it. Like before I combed my hair, it looked like I was losing it, you know? But then as soon as I fucking comb it, you know, my hair is weird like that. It'll bunch together when it's not combed. But and this is the unfortunate reality of it, YouTube, or blah. This is the unfortunate reality of it, Facebook. Women who hit puberty early and develop and who are very much endowed, you know what I'm saying? Women who hit puberty early and get some big ass boobs on top of it, fucking, they get hit on by older dudes and it's sickening, you know? Like, so you dudes out there gotta watch yourselves, man. You got these fucking 16-year-olds walking around with fucking 21-year-old bodies, man. Like, ugh, dude. I mean, when you're a kid in junior high and high school, you know, it's a different story. That one girl that's hit puberty before everybody else, and it makes you notice, like, oh, hey, you know, when you're a kid, you're just like, oh, hey, boobs, awesome. But when you're an adult and you look back on it, you know what I'm saying, you feel kind of bad for girls going through that shit because, you know, men are just the worst, aren't we? And that's the thing of it, you know, I can be a nice guy if you give me a chance, you know, but women who reject me because they have high standards, I'm not going to bitch about it because I have high standards too, you know. And it's like I said, my attitude towards women who reject me is, that's your loss, man. Because there are plenty of girls out there. There are plenty of women out there who would love to date me in a heartbeat. Just gotta find the right one, you know. When it comes to dating, you find people that find you attractive, and out of that small group of people that find you attractive, you find the one that you find the most attractive and you go with it. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. Like, for example, I'll use myself as an example. If I've got like 20 women that find me attractive on the spot, right in front of me, and they're all checking me out. You know what I'm saying? Out of those 20 women, which one would I find the most attractive? And just go up and start talking to it. Be like, hey, what's up? You like guitar players? Do you like guitar players? Because I'd rock your world. I really do. I think secretly she found me super attractive. And she had a hard time internalizing it, so she'd tell everybody she'd hate me. Literally, she'd tell anybody who would listen, oh, I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. But then she'd do shit to start some shit, you know, like she'd get pissed off whenever I'd look at her, and even when I wasn't looking at her, she'd do shit to start shit, you know, and it's just like, what the fuck? I can remember when I was in Miss Callahan's art class, and back in the day, and trying so goddamn hard to ignore the fact that I'm sharing the same classroom at the time with my high school crush, like trying so hard to ignore the fact that she's one table across from me with her little group of friends. You know, I'm sitting there doing my art assignment, trying to mind my own business, trying so hard. And then she's sitting there with her little circle of friends, and she looks up at me, and then she looks over at her friends, and she says, watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. And then she looks up at me again, and she says, don't look at me. And I look at her like, what the? I looked at her. I looked up at her like, what the fuck is your problem, you crazy woman? I wasn't looking at you. And I didn't say that, but I said I wasn't looking at you. And then she said, don't look at me. And then she went right back to her art assignment. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this chick's problem? You know? Jesus, sorry I fucking acknowledged that you're attractive. God damn. And then, not even 4 minutes later, she walks up to the front of the classroom to grab something. And then she deliberately leans forward so that her cleavage is facing my direction. I'm like, are you fucking for real right now? Like, she literally deliberately gets up to grab something from the front of the classroom, okay? And while she's grabbing something from the front of the classroom, she deliberately leans forward so that her cleavage is facing my direction. And I took a peek. Trust and believe I took a peek. Sun glistening off the most beautiful pair of D-cup breasts you ever did see. Holy bejesus, man. And I'm sitting there like, oh, come on. But I knew that if she caught me looking, she'd say it again, and this time it wouldn't be no bullshit head games. This time it would be for reals, and I'd be like, okay, back to my work. Took a quick peek, like, yeah, I'd fuck the shit out of that all night, every day. Back to my artwork. Yeah. Now, women like her would never give a nice guy like me a chance because they're too fucking stuck up, and that's not my fault, you know. Quite often women like that find themselves being single a lot because, you know, they're sick and tired of asshole men, and quite honestly, I don't blame her. You know, if I had been stuck with nothing but shitty relationships, I'd be pissed off too. But I'm on the opposite end of that spectrum completely. And what do I mean by that? You know, that girl in question has had nothing but shitty loser boyfriends, whereas someone like me, I've been rejected by every girl I crush on. So it's in the similar spectrum of love sucks. It's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But to a degree, it's in the same spectrum, even if I hadn't had a shit ton of relationships, you know what I'm saying? At least I've had encounters with women, you know, at least I can say I've had sex and shit. You know, Stephanie's like, oh, he never did anything for me. Okay, where to start? Let's see. When I got kicked out of Job Corps, Stephanie wanted to drop out and be with me. And I convinced Stephanie to complete the program so that, you know, when she got out of Job Corps, she could get a job in her field of study, you know. If Stephanie wanted to quit her shitty fast food job, and if a job in computer technologies became available and it paid twice as much as her shitty fast food job, she could very easily get it because I convinced her to complete the program. Second thing, Stephanie Peterson, my ex-girlfriend, she had never had sex before she met me. And Stephanie's first impression of sex after she met me, she really likes it, and she'll use any sad excuse she can to get laid. Third thing, I introduced Stephanie to some friends of mine, Damien and Megan, and well, she wouldn't be with them today if she hadn't been introduced. So I introduced Stephanie to her current situation. You're welcome, Stephanie. And yeah, I take her out to eat whenever I could afford it. You know, whenever I could afford it, I would take her out to eat, you know. And I show her off on YouTube, like, hey, YouTube, check this out, you know. It's Sculpt. What up, bro? Not a whole lot, bro. What are you up to? Right? All right, now I'm making a Facebook Live video. Then after that, I don't know, I might take a shower and get dressed. I'm in my pajamas. Probably take a shower and get dressed. So that's like one less thing for me to do when I get ready for work and shit. I go to work at 4. Yeah. But right now I'm working like 4 days a week, and then I got 3 days off. And most of those days I go in at 4. Oh yeah, man, I'll hit you up when I get off work. All right, laters. Huh. It's 1:08 in the afternoon. But yeah, Facebook, you know what I'm saying? If you get rejected by the opposite sex just enough, you know, you eventually quit trying. You know, that's why I don't fucking try anymore. Because I already know the fucking answer is going to be no, 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 no. At least some of the women I've crushed on in the past, some of them were nice about it, you know. They weren't complete cunts. They were just like, you know what I'm saying, Facebook, some of the women I got rejected by in the past were at least nice about it. And that's always greatly appreciated, you know. I already feel like shit for asking a girl out that I have no chance with, you know. Sincerely, Facebook, I already feel like shit for asking a girl out that I have no chance with, but I find her attractive, so I'm going to be stupid enough to try anyways, you know. And then freaking, yeah. There's been times, you know, I've thought about going over and talking to a chick, and then if I'm like at a bar or some shit, but then I'll see that she's with somebody, and I'll be like, well, fuck. I'll just keep my money to myself then and not waste my drinking money. No, but I possess a very awesome capability. Yep. I can walk into a room full of hot chicks and make every one of them stare at me without even doing shit. I possess that magical ability to make chicks notice me without even doing anything. Walk into a room full of hot chicks and shit. Oh, Scott's calling me again. What up, bro? He butt dialed me. Yeah. It's like 110. Life is just full of irony, isn't it? But I must have made an impression. I must have made an impression, Facebook, because that very same girl contacted me on YouTube a couple years back. Back on one of my Gothic King Cobra YouTube accounts, and she contacted me in the comment section underneath the YouTube username Hot Blonde VC, and she was flirting with me a little bit in the comment section too. The comment said, "I remember you, winky face." Like, I bet you do. First time I met this chick, I'll never forget, man. I'll never forget it to the day I die. It's gonna go with me to my grave, I swear to fucking God. So here's how it goes down. Back when I was a little kid, still in grade school, I moved from California to North Dakota. And moving from California to North Dakota is definitely a big change, because South Lake Tahoe, California is beautiful, beautiful scenery. Expensive as fuck, let me tell you, to live there. It is incredibly expensive, but it's gorgeous fucking scenery, you know what I'm saying? But I moved from there to Valley City, North Dakota, and at the time I was the new kid, and we've all been there at least once in our lives. Being the new kid sucks. And on top of that, I just came from like 2 different schools where I got bullied and teased, you know. So on top of being the new kid, I wasn't feeling very social, to be honest. I was not feeling very social at all, to be honest. So my parents are like, "Oh, let's sign him up for this little church field trip deal. Get him to interact with kids his own age. Blah, blah, blah," you know. So after they signed me up for this church field trip, went to hang out with a bunch of kids my own age. We drove to Fargo, North Dakota on this giant-ass bus. Went to this arcade, played arcade games, go-kart racing, and then after that, we went to a pizza restaurant and ate pizza. And, oh yeah, that girl I speak of in this video was in my group, and first time I laid eyes on her, I was like, damn, she's cute. Normally, when I've tried to talk to girls way the fuck out of my league, I get nervous and I can't do it. I try so hard to overcome that confidence issue. But with that girl, it was different. For some odd reason, I didn't let her super attractiveness intimidate me. And I walk into the pizza restaurant, and after I got done eating, I walk into the arcade section of the pizza restaurant, and it had these trinket machines lined against the wall, and I dropped 50 cents into one of these trinket machines because I saw that she was trying to get something out of the one of the machines or whatever. So here I am, the summer before 6th grade at the time. I reach into my pocket, I dropped 50 cents into the machine, I gave it a turn, and could not have timed it more better myself. Out pops a little trinket purse about yay big and about yay tall. I gave it to her and she's like, "Oh, thank you." And then she left it on the table and gave it back to her on the bus and got the same awkward, "Oh, thank you." Come to find out, she already had a boyfriend, and if I would have known, I would not have tried. But you can't blame a guy for trying. I'm like, that was some pimp shit right there, man. I could not have played that better. You know, like, I felt like a fucking stud when I pulled that out of the trinket machine, like, hey, here you go. Well, anyways, this is KingCobraJFS with another live Facebook video. And, oh, I'm sorry I don't pay attention to the comments as often as I should, but it's whatever. Catch you cool cobras later.